I went to my friend's wedding. Her twin sister whispered, "It should have been me." I never expected my best friend's wedding to become the night that changed all three of our lives. I was standing near the back of the reception hall, watching my friend Daniel dance with his new wife, when I noticed her twin sister standing alone beside the curtains. She was staring at the couple. But she wasn't smiling. When our eyes met, she quickly looked away. A few minutes later, she walked toward me. She stopped beside me, leaned close, and whispered 4 words that I would never forget. "It should have been me." I froze. I looked at her, confused. "Emma, what do you mean?" She swallowed hard. "Forget I said that." Then she walked away. Emma and Daniel's relationship had always been complicated. They were twins, but they couldn't have been more different. Daniel was outgoing, confident, and always surrounded by people. Emma was quieter. She noticed everything but rarely talked about herself. I'd known them for almost 8 years. And during those 8 years, Emma had always treated me like a friend. At least, that's what I thought. That night, I tried to ignore what she'd said. It was Daniel's wedding, and I wasn't going to create drama. I joined my friends at the table and forced myself to smile. But every time I looked across the room, I saw Emma watching me. Not Daniel. Me. After dinner, I stepped outside for some fresh air. The music was loud, and the reception hall felt crowded. I was standing near the garden when Emma came outside. "You're avoiding me," she said. "I think you're avoiding everyone." She gave a small smile. "Fair enough." For a few seconds, neither of us spoke. Then she said, "I shouldn't have said that. I wasn't going to ask." "You're lying." I laughed quietly. "Okay. I was curious." She looked down at her hands. "I've been in love with someone for a long time." My heart started beating faster. "Who?" She looked directly at me. "You." I couldn't speak. She continued before I could respond. "I never told you because Daniel was always around. Then you started dating someone. Then I moved away for work. And every time I thought about telling you, there was another reason not to." "Emma. I know it's terrible timing." She wiped away a tear. "But watching my sister marry the man she loves made me realize something." "What?" "That I was tired of pretending I didn't love you." I stood there completely stunned. Emma had always been kind to me. She remembered my birthday. She knew how I took my coffee. She was the first person to notice when I was upset. But I'd never considered that those things might mean something more. "I had no idea," I finally said. "I know. Why didn't you tell me?" She smiled sadly. "Because I was scared you'd say no." I stepped closer. "And if I said yes?" Her eyes filled with tears. "Then I would have spent the last 8 years wondering why I was so afraid." Before I could answer, the reception doors opened behind us. Daniel stepped outside. He looked at Emma, then at me. His expression changed immediately. "What's going on?" Emma wiped her face. "Nothing." Daniel looked at me. "Is that true?" I didn't want to lie to him on his wedding night. "Your sister told me how she feels." Daniel went silent. Emma whispered, "I'm sorry." But Daniel didn't look angry. Instead, he sighed. "Emma, you should have told him years ago." She looked at him. "You knew?" Daniel nodded. "I figured it out a long time ago." "You knew?" "I've known since college." Emma looked embarrassed. "Then why didn't you say anything?" "Because it wasn't my story to tell." I looked between them. Daniel gave me a tired smile. "And honestly, I always thought you two would figure it out eventually." Emma laughed through her tears. Apparently we're both idiots. Daniel smiled. Apparently. He hugged his sister. Then he looked at me. Take care of her. I nodded. But Emma immediately pulled away. Wait. Don't make this weird. Daniel laughed. I'm the groom. It's officially my job to make everything weird. We all laughed. For the first time that night, the tension disappeared. Later, when the reception ended, I found Emma outside again. She was sitting on a bench beneath the lights. I sat beside her. So, she said, this is awkward. A little. You don't have to say anything tonight. I actually do. She looked at me. I've spent the last few hours thinking about everything you told me. She nodded. And? I smiled. And I think I've been an idiot too. Her eyes widened. I don't understand. I always thought you were just being a good friend. I was. I know. She laughed. But maybe I was also trying to be something more. She stared at me. Are you saying? I don't know what happens next. I reached for her hand. But I'd like to find out. Emma looked down at our hands. Then she smiled. Not the nervous smile she'd worn all night. A real one. That's enough for me. The next morning, Daniel called me. So? So what? Did you kiss my sister? I laughed. Good morning to you too. That's a yes. I could hear his wife laughing in the background. And for once, I didn't care about being teased. Because the wedding I had attended as a guest had given me something I never expected. A second chance. Not with the bride. Not with the past. But with the person who had been standing quietly beside me for years, waiting for me to finally notice. Emma once whispered, it should have been me. And maybe she was right. Because sometimes the person you're meant to find isn't someone new. Sometimes they're the person who's been there all along. You just have to finally look at them the right way.